And you've also talked about wellhead development lag. So let's get into that. Maybe what might be worth explaining, what is the process of in terms of the wellhead development required? We're coming up to winter. What are the impacts there? And what's the implications of this delay for next year?
So, as we've talked about, the way an in-situ recovery mine works is wellhead development means you're drilling wells into the ore body in a very simple 5-well configuration. You imagine on the corners, you've got injection wells. So on each corner, you inject acid into the ore body, and then in the middle of it, you've got an extraction well. So you acidify the well, pump the acid into the hydrological permeable ore body, and then you suck it out in the middle. So first thing to understand for people new to this is that the wellhead development that was undertaken before the suspension in April is continuing to produce uranium. In other words, the drilling and the acidification continues to allow that solution to be pumped up to the surface through the extraction well, put through the plant, the uranium extracted, robotically put into drums, and away we go. They did maintain those staffing levels so that all of the ore bodies could continue to produce from already acidified material. Now, equally, and this is the time lag that Kazatomprom referred to, from day zero when they send their teams back out, figure out which well was drilled last and which one's to be drilled next, and off they go, it's a significant lag. And the lag can be between 4 and 9 months. So we're going to see that lag operating in 2 ways. The first way is if you say that 4 months from the initial disruption, there's been very little impact on the number of pounds that are being put in the can at the mine, we've only just started to feel that impact in the market because it was 7 April that was announced. And here we are sitting at beginning of August, the first week of August. So that disruption is only starting now in a pounds in the can sense. And no matter what Kazatomprom do in August or September or October for that matter, that disruption will continue. It will only be once the August-September wellhead development starts to acidify and impact that we'll see production start to tick up again, which puts really all of it into 2021. So numbers, they did confirm their guidance. So way back in April, Kazatomprom said we expect to lose about 10.4 million pounds from total production, not just attributable production in Kazakhstan. And when they announced that they would be trying to bring people back in August, they didn't change that guidance. So what that tells me is that the additional pain from the extension of this disruption is all going to be pushed into 2021. In other words, the 3-month initial estimated period of disruption will only affect that tail, or that lag will go until December, and the extension of that, which looks like it's going to be the best part of 2 months when you consider what we've been talking about, is going to go into 2021. So clearly we're going to have those numbers affected as well. And if you take the outer band of that, which is 9 months, that means that some of these mines will be on a reduced production basis all the way out into the end of May 2021. So there is substantial production disruption coming into 2021 numbers as well.
Absolutely. And does winter have an impact in Kazakhstan? I mean, I've been there in winter. It's pretty darn cold, but can they still continue to mine?
Yeah, well, we are on the steps there. So it's minus 30, minus 40, not uncommon at all. And they can still drill. So you can do conventional exploration drilling out there. You can do wellhead development drilling. It can slow things down, of course, like any difficult climatic conditions. But the key here is when it's that cold, they don't acidify. So they might be able to get the wellhead configuration in place, but if they don't time it right, they'll need to wait until the thaw before they can put the acid down and have the acid starting to acidify the well and get the hydrology moving along. The thing that a lot of people don't really understand with ISR is it's not primarily about grade, it's about hydrology. You can have an ISR ore body and its grade can be great, its grade can be average, but the most important thing is how permeable it is, because if you've got issues with the permeability of an ore body, then grade becomes very secondary. So for investors who are very much locked in on conventional open pit or underground mining where grade is king, you need to think in a different way with ISR. And that's why getting the timing right for acidification becomes very important for them.